And we're off. I think everything's set up right. 0-0. Yep, we got Nanthelas starting with on Irish at the blue bookcase. And my prediction is Lauras should be pretty good at these bigger venues. He and I played a lot of Veranda when he was first starting out, and I kind of feel like he did very well on those larger maps, especially learning the game on them. No progress yet. I suspect we're going to either microfilm this blue book or put it in the wrong case. Now, I was just playing Nanthelas on Veranda to warm him up, and he did go for a low light bait. He stood in a combo with the Amba for like, I don't know, maybe a minute or longer, and I low lit him, and then he bursted and mission completed. So he may be going for some low light baits here against Lauras, especially if he reviewed any of Lauras' gameplay. I think Lauras does go for some behavioral lowlights and highlights. And we did grab a time ad. Heading into green books. And we went for the book pull first, as we're supposed to, into the seduce. And unfortunately, the seduction target leaves before we can get the seduce complete. So we're now seen at our second bookcase. Blue and now green, and we pick up a highlight. Alright, Ligorf. Your call. I'll hop in a channel. I mean, if you're watching anyways. Now, this is in an unfortunate position. We're 3:30 on the clock. We did add a little bit of time, but we already have a highlight, and we have no mission progress except we're now getting this first set of inspects, and we do pick up a fingerprint off of it. We see the laser hanging on us quite a bit here. Possibly just to watch Amba. Oops. Going for the inspect finish. No bug on the way out. So 2 minutes, 30 seconds. We've got inspect complete and half of a fingerprint. I'm not a fan of, and don't tell Lazy Bear, but I'm not a fan of like getting inspect done before you've got to do all your other shit. Because you're high lit, you're going to be heavily watched and suspected. So unless he's going to do something to specifically bait out the low light, he's going to have a hard time getting any hard tells through here, which he's going to need to finish. Hopefully we go BB into bug. We don't take the BB bug. Which at this point we may as well have been credited it. We go for the white purloin. We're seen leaving. We can't necessarily see the list because of where Toby's at. Could technically be covered, and shot's going to be taken onto Nanthelas by Lauras. First point going to Lauras on Sniper. Joining me for the next round is going to be the one and only winner of whatever division he's in, Ligorf Janine.
We'll see about that.
What?
Still a bit early.
What is it? Bronze?
Copper.
Which one's higher, bronze or copper?
Bronze.
Okay.
Alright, I'm still waiting on the delay screen, and I'm assuming that you are as well.
Yeah.
Are we autoplay off?
Yeah, I'm autoplay off, so I'm in the replay thing right now.
So we can look back at stuff.
Yeah, I mean, really overall, again, as I was kind of saying in the cast, I think you were in here listening, getting inspect complete on library before you have any other mission progress, unless you're specifically going to do something to counter it, like a BB split or some kind of weird idle or some kind of frame or whatever, you're going to have a hard time really doing anything.
Yeah, the counter to that is that if you never do early inspects, then you're very predictable. So myself personally, I I don't mind picking up a statue highlight at the start of the game. Like if that just means I'm gonna play slower, and I play slow already.
Is that how you beat me all the time when I spy? Because I never early inspect.
No, I mean I don't low light for that
No,
or
I
anything.
mean I think early half inspect is okay, but you think completing before you have anything, really anything else done?
I mean most people are gonna highlight for single statue anyway, so there's not too much of a difference against most players.
Mm,
Although I assume in platinum is a lot a bigger difference.
I'm pretty sure that Loras like his highlights first of all are not statue highlights. That's one thing to know. He highlight Irish from go for visiting two bookcases. But even then, I'm pretty sure he keeps a mental note of the difference between, okay, that person has half of an inspect and that person has full inspects. And someone with full inspects, you're going to watch really, really closely. And let me take a
It,
look at this. Was there any rejects before this purloin? I don't think there was. Double agent and Amba. Oh, there was one. Text rejected. So it was possible, but with just all of that heavy suspicion. And right here when we go for the banana bread around like 210, I mean, I think you take that. I think you take that bug.
Banana bread.
Yeah, BB goes off. As soon as you see that laser move around, just take that standing bug. It might have been,
Banana bread.
he might have not had time. Ambo left pretty quick, but it's a rough spot to be in.
yeah, and like you were saying that if you do pick up early statues and you want to try and lower suspicion, I know you said that you could do a BB split, but that I feel like at that point, if you're splitting and you're noticed doing so, I feel like that is a good
Sure.
way to really raise your suspicion. But if I don't know any BB split where you're not suspicious for it and you're low lit for it is a win.
Yeah, I mean
So that's
it's got to be a good split. I mean, if you split and they see you splitting, then you're probably just gonna get shot. But on the flip side, if you split and they don't know that you did, then you could net a win for it.
looks like games 2 is loading up. You want to do a countdown?
Yep. Three, two, one. Playing it.
Okay.
We've got Kane, Loras on Kane.
Yes. Starting off with the window here, seeing where the seduction target lands and getting a quick 34%
Ooh.
flirt and bail.
We no respect there. We just go talk and straight up leave. I think it was kind of behind pillar and it's time of chaos, so
Oh yeah, it was very low risk, and we got a green time ad on the other side now. Looks like we're chasing down the second flirt.
yeah, Loras opening up pretty aggressive here. I'd be surprised if he doesn't go for some sort of bug just based on his early aggression with the first two moves.
Yeah, he's across the conversation from the ambassador. Looked like was planning to do the second flirt, but ST was going for the briefcase instead.
Okay. We'd have
One
a
highlight so
walking
far.
we had a walking bug option right there, but it doesn't go for it. Looks like a bit of just soft tail chasing.
Finally got that second flirt in up to 85%. In with a suspected double agent. Looks like
It'll be interesting to see if Loras keeps up this very aggressive flirt and stop talk and early bails, because
I like shoes.
if nonetheless reviews this replay after this round, he's going to be looking for it.
Looks like we might be getting the last flirt here, but
I don't like that
does
flirt
Killer gonna walk
chase.
away? No.
Yeah, very risky to go for an AI that's been standing at a window pad for, I don't know, 5, 6 seconds, because they could bail.
Yeah, you can sometimes play that by seeing if she checks her
Banana
watch
bread.
or sips the drink, which she did twice after walking by. So flirt likely could have gone off, but yeah, you don't want to risk it. We got 3 lowlights from that banana bread, so that's not bad at all for Loras. 3 minutes still on the clock.
ST comes
Oh,
to us. We'll take it.
you will indeed take that. I think there's a print on this book.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, there is. halfway done, still 3 minutes on the clock. That's very good pacing so far with the time head.
Yeah, great pacing, all soft tells, so it looks like we're going to be trying to sneak in our hard tells in the second half of the game, which is pretty standard. Possible reverse drive by almost lined up. Would have been in the open a bit, though.
Yeah, he did his one idle animation where he kind of gestures his right hand
Yeah.
towards the ambassador as he walked by. I'm surprised that I've never seen anyone get fooled by that. Because it seems very intentional.
There's a few characters that have that. I wonder if Loras going to this green bookcase was a mistake on his part, maybe thinking that the ambassador, or not realizing the Amba had
Yeah, he's
taken the
still
book out.
carrying that green book around.
Yeah, I was thinking Loras might bug right there, kind of walking right past Amba.
Yeah, I almost wonder if they meant to stand beside Amba to force the book back. Because now we're
Now,
just idling for a minute.
would it force if we invade his space and force him out? Is he guaranteed to drop the book back, or could he just go to another convo?
I think it's a good chance, at the very least, that he will slam the book back.
Okay.
Especially being so close to the bookshelf. But it's going back now, but it'll take him a few cycles to read it. And
I
I
don't
don't
like
think
that
he's gonna
path.
get this book in time.
No,
Amba's
he
not gonna put it
grabs
away. Yeah, we get some shaking from
a
Loras.
little bit of frustration. Yeah, and that path into that case was very much a hey, I'm not gonna bug the Amba. It was a bit wide, almost like a 90-degree turn.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're still sitting on just 2 highlights. This party's been very docile, while Loras is idled for over a minute and a half.
And I don't think we can put that green book in another case. I mean, we were standing next to Ambassador. Certainly, Loras has to be thinking, well, he knows this is green. I was standing next to the Amba. He's going to remember that. We're now heading into a conversation with our ST, even though flirt is complete, which is a little bit dangerous if we're seen talking. We're going to go back into green. Do you think he'll do... Now, if he puts this back and re-grabs, is there a difficult? Or did Wheels... I think Wheels may have
I
messed that up.
don't. Oh, I don't know if anyone was there in between. But if it was still there, I think he could put the book away and immediately take one out again.
Going for the
We're
timeout.
entering the we're entering the beeps though, so this may be caught on to very quickly.
He's got to frame swap this. Yeah, so he frame swap. On the highlight. Oh, is he going to shoot Oprah? He's very tempted.
Oh,
Interesting. He was very torn on that shot. He even highlight Kane and then thought better of it to shoot Oprah. Very close. I mean, I want to say good awareness by Loras, but that could have also just been like, I'm not going to finish. Who was someone that was at middle statues recently? Let me go swap for him.
yeah, and it looks like Nanthelas was aiming at the left side of the venue for a while, so may have lost track of what had exactly gone on.
Right. Do we have the next one available? No, we don't. I wanted to take a look at what does Oprah have throughout this match. Let's take a look. So she's got... What's the best way to actually track this? Can I free cam?
You could go into the ultra wide screen sniper view with split screen.
No,
Although
I'll free cam on one of the ends. So she's got been to blue book. Where'd she go? She's disappeared. Oh, she's hiding behind the pillar. Reading it blue. She's dumping back in blue. She's talking. She refuses. She's in for a BB and then she splits out. So that looks a little bit sus. Goes to the other side.
late statues too, and then went to a second bookshelf.
Yeah, she's in that back, the kind of middle right combo for quite a while, so that could be perceived as a bit of flirting. Into yellow, so she's been to blue and yellow. Way over in the corner. Yeah, and she's just generally moving quite a bit, or at least the times that she's moving, she's going across the entire venue, so it's going to be looking like she's very active. And yeah, I mean, a 50-second middle statue, that really does just look like a inspect swap to finish the game.
Yeah, especially when you start hearing the slow beeping of the clock, you're like, oh, I've missed a time at. I might be behind here.
Right. All right, next one's ready.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, playing it.
We got Nanthelas as your favorite.
My fave.
Sick.
Let's get our
We started out
sick
with
emotes
this
in chat.
yellow bookcase. Not a whole lot to do here. Might be eyeing down a microphone opportunity, but we've been on screen almost the entire time.
Wonder what this highlight was for. Okay, those are no, because we highlight bling at statue, but not cane. And I love this early highlight on the briefcase stake.
Good return there. I'm kind of curious if it might just be a twin differentiation highlight. To be honest,
That's true. Could be. I know some people do that.
we have a safety off towards Nanthelas already
On
for that
Seek?
flirt behind the
Was
pillar.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Lauras plays, like, at least when I'm watching him, very similar to the way that I play Sniper or think about Sniper.
Yeah, I know you two played a lot towards the end of last season.
Yeah, when he was first starting out, like, he and I just grinded out a ton of veranda when I was trying to switch from a more campy playstyle to a more behavioral playstyle. So he had
What
to
have you done?
yeah, he had to deal with, like, me trying to figure that stuff out and getting, stupid highlights for taking the first briefcase and stuff like that. And so I kind of do see it in some of his gameplay. And then I think he played some other, behavioral-esque snipers as well after me. At this point, we are at 5 highlights, though.
Yeah, General just picked one up. I think he's done 2 briefcases, so that might be a stronger threat highlight.
Yeah, that's rough. Sometimes you'll get an early read on someone, and then one of the AIs just does so much, and you kind of start to forget about, that other person, especially if he idles or doesn't do anything for quite a while.
Yeah, Nanthelas is still holding on to this yellow book that he started the game with. Meanwhile, has gone up to 68% flirt.
Please don't microphone behind the pillar.
General just took a slightly buggy path into center inspects. So definitely keep an eye on him.
Yeah, this will put Loris in the situation of, like, would the spy be this aggressive, or is this just an overly active AI?
All this time spent on this book, it's almost has to go into the wrong shelf. But also half a print and one more flirt is needed.
Yeah, I mean, at this point,
General has now guaranteed finished fingerprint because he's done another briefcase and maybe got himself a bug.
so nonetheless, hopefully is watching the party as spy and knows not to, and here goes the blue book, or the yellow into the blue. Hopefully he's not going to BB General out of the equation.
Yeah, that would be a real shame, especially since he's talking right now. Oh, slammed in the yellow book and took out the fresh blue one for a fingerprint. That's very nicely done. Off camera.
Yeah, quite lucky that Lauras didn't check over there, and I'm a bit surprised that he didn't at least flick over there once.
General is still in and talking for potential contact here. It's a decent time if Nan wants to take it.
Yeah, this would be a good contact. General's talking. Hit the green. We're going to get the white.
In the end of red.
Watching Sniper
Good.
POV. He's going straight up mostly for lowlights rather than, maybe looking at who's talking. He did catch that Sari was talking during. And
It's
she
time
picks
for the last
highlight.
mission. Looks like Nan steps into statues. Side statue, though. He might be swapping. Yeah, there it is.
And we do get the swap. We're going to set it down. You could kind of see the tip
Yeah,
of
there
it.
it is.
And Lauras takes the shot. Good shot by Lauras. I mean, I was a little worried for him when he started, I think, leaning on General a bit with all of those fingerprints complete around the time when Seek was over here at Blue Books. He got away with quite a bit of stuff, and the Sniper the whole time was mostly just looking at the other side of the venue.
Yeah, General was very high threat that game, so it's good to not tunnel on him very much at all because he was probably low suspicion.
Right. I'm interested to see, or I'm going to be interested to see, and maybe if we have the stats thus far, of how little microfilm is. I guess we won't be able to measure that, right? I wonder if we can. Microfilm, like not direct transfer, but the actual animation transfer? Is it a different wording in the timeline? I think it is, right?
Oh yeah, it is. There's even for if you're hiding it or taking it out. So
Right.
we can get lots of data on that.
Dell said we can never measure microfilm, tragically, because spies get shot before it counts as done. Spies get shot.
Well, that's kind of with old without the timeline data. Timeline data just opens up a whole Pandora's box of possibilities.
And we have access to timeline data now, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
thanks to Calvin.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how much it's not going to be used, because I'm starting to lean towards, very rarely using it because white microfilm is just usually death.
I think it's good to have available. It's definitely very risky in
Right.
most every situation.
Right. Next game is up. So starting 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Okay. Laura's quickly grabbing this blue book here at the start, and he rips it out as well.
Rip and run. Track. I'm curious to see after this season, or if we even have it mid-season, how underutilized or how little it's used. Just the microfilm animation in general, not library specifically or anything like that, but just how much are people using it?
All right, we got one mission done already with 4:15 on the clock, which is basically starting a 4 out of 7 library game for Lauras.
Yeah, very starkly different than how Nanthelas decided to transfer the book, right? His was take it out and hold on to it for a very long time. Lauras just went straight for it.
Yeah, Nan has highlight Lauras though for a white BB.
Yeah.
Very
Enter
early on.
talking and then into white BB. No
That's
reverse drive
actually going to
by.
be kind of hard to come back from, that highlight. You gotta really survive middle statues.
Or try to go statueless if possible. I mean, hopefully Loris felt the light, and if he did, then he knows that he's going to have to counter it in some way.
Yeah, with transfer done, this is actually looking good for a transfer or a statueless game, especially if you can get a good bug by.
So I'm a little bit wary that Loris knows he's high lit from the BB because of that flirt that he just did. He went in, spoke pretty quickly, and then bailed.
That's still pretty confident. If you could just, oh, it looks like we got an innocent drink take here.
I didn't like how
Potentially
fast
gonna
he took it,
finish a
though.
flirt.
It was like an instant response.
It's maybe the first time we're being seen in that conversation properly. It is a fairly quick talk, no matter what there.
I mean, yeah, this is like a slow rush. He's just rushing down. He's breaking all kinds of etiquette or just kind of speed rules, right? Everything is just very, very fast paced here.
Yeah, this is pretty active idling, I think you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Really trying to weight down this cooldown as much as possible, just to get a move on.
Nanthelas already checking for mom swapping the statue, though.
Got a red fingerprint action test from the yellow book. So that's probably going to dictate how Loris plays moving forward.
Yeah, and we've now technically been to all 3 bookcases, if Nanthelas is kind of tracking that and crediting the ability to have microfilm complete. Could just credit it.
Yeah, you gotta assume that one of those first 2 was unnoticed though. Otherwise,
He'd
this
be
would
shot.
be over.
Yeah.
Flirt's finally done. It looks like we have a print on far. Which statue was that Amber was just at? I don't know if Loris will want to go for that. We got a bug attempt
Yep, we go
at
for
a bit
the
of a weird time.
walking wrong arm bug with the Amba. And I like those. I used to try and do those all the time on library, kind of stand by pillar, and as Amba walks by, you walk with him and go for the bug. It can be really good, but if it's not lined up extremely well, it can be seen.
Yeah, we got a minute on the clock. 2 missions left to go. Looks like Loris does want to take some more time, so we got another white time ad.
Light time
Nanthelas
ad and
might be.
well, and as
I think
Nanthelas panned
Nan is
over,
suspicious.
he wasn't even really seen walking away from the window. He was just seen kind of walking. So he might get away with that.
Green Purloin in the meantime. Gotta finish up another mission though. We're walking away from the ambassador. Likely a statue finish.
He's gonna let that Purloin cook. He's eyeing down the guest list. It's
This
taken.
is gone. Yeah.
Nanthelas is on top of it. Yeah, extremely aggressive gameplay by Lauras there. I'll be interested to see if he's going to tone it down on this next round since it didn't work out, or if he's going to double down, or what he's going to do. Hopefully that's not his default spy, because I think Nanthelas will have an easy time kind of catching on to that if he's going to play that aggressive the whole time.
Yeah, it's best to throw in 1 or 2 games throughout any given set of just on early hardtail like that. Like just a direct purloin from the bar or a direct transfer right away.
I mean, I would say the aggression, in my opinion, doesn't even necessarily come from the early microfilm transfer, right? That's kind of unseen. It's everything after that, with just constantly joining conversations, talking immediately, leaving right away, and just bouncing around in general. I mean, he was just so active.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like if you want to get away with the transfer, can very cleanly, but then just rushed around very actively. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, the transfer is unseen. You know, rushing an early hardtail in time of chaos, good. If it goes, if you can get away with it, you need it, especially on library. But after that, just I don't think there was any consideration of let me join a conversation and maybe do an innocent talk before I contact the double agent, or let me do one extra talk after I've already done my flirt. It was join, flirt, leave. No waiting in between, which we had a minute. We had a whole minute left on the clock. We did add time, so 15 seconds if we didn't add the time. But still, I mean, with 60 seconds left, that means we could have put in an extra 10-15 in a few of these different positions to maybe not be so active and jumpy around the whole venue.
I do wonder if Laura's entire play changes if that contact is green. I wonder if that becomes like a bug into center statues. If that was available at that time.
Right.
And at that point you could even finish with a swap there. And that'd be extremely fast.
True. Next one's ready. 3,
Yeah, let me
2,
load that up.
1. Planet.
Okay.
Into Aquarium. Another venue. I think these venues are really going to favor Lauras. I mean, I think he does well on the bigger ones just because I played so much Veranda with him and he did well on that. I tend to think that the bigger ones are all kind of similar in that regard, at least for me.
Yeah, I mean behaviorism works very well for small venues because you really get to analyze everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But it also does scale towards larger venues as well because you pick out the important stuff.
Yeah, I mean, one thing that you really look for, or that I really look for, is just activity. I mean, that's why I just am harping on Lauras for jumping around so much. I mean, if I've got someone that's moving around a lot, I'm really going to keep my eye on them. Conversely, if someone doesn't, sometimes I may lowlight them.
Yeah, we've picked up a delegate into a full conversation here. There's a print at the bar. Might want to send someone to pick that up.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but how many people have been at bar early game? I think only a small handful.
Yeah, looks like we've got an SDA or an SDA and another civilian going for that fingerprint, so that'll be gone.
I wonder if Nanthelas is keeping track of that. He does pan his camera over, sending the delegate.
Highlight onto wheels for taking a drink. Not quite sure what for since the
I wonder
fingerprints are all gone.
that for sure wasn't too difficult.
No, it was, well, let me see. Did Twin reject? No, they both have drinks. So 2 drinks were taken in the meantime.
Yeah, interesting highlight then. Maybe just a timing thing in general, or maybe he miscalculated. It wouldn't surprise me if Lauras went for a highlight on the difficult. And it looks like the
85% flirt and a split there.
yeah, and the delegate expired before it went off.
Very full conversations, only 3 people are out. Oh, and we've just direct purloined it looked like for 6.
When you see
Stepping in for real contact.
from the sniper POV, when you see that situation where it's a great time for a BB, but it's not happening, do you think maybe one of the 3 people that are not in conversations could possibly be the spy?
Yeah, that's a
Banana bread.
very good intuition. A while ago I was feeling very good about doing that, and then I kind of lost that touch for a while. And meanwhile, Queen has been low lit
I don't think he's
after that
noticed the
BB.
purloin.
That's entirely. I don't know. I can't say for sure because these are a lot of lowlights, especially on people who had real contact. Meanwhile, Seduce has been finished up. The contact was fake after the SDA left and entered with the delegate frame target.
And we've got the frame target over at the statue. I'm hoping that Nanthelas is just going to simply go. He goes for the bug.
Yeah, Bug was on screen, but as a low light, that's gonna be hard to.
Going to be hard to see. I'm surprised he's not
Yeah.
going over to. I mean, I guess he can't go over to seek statue because he was headed the other way. But he is going to go for the swap. We've got shark coverage. This might have been the one that Wheels is at. It might have been the one to the right of it. Walking away, and we're going to get away clean as a low light.
Yeah, that was a good fake BB to cover up because he was entering with the real double agent, and then she immediately left and went in with your frame target. So you will take that almost any day. They have a guaranteed fake and frame your target more.
Yeah, great fake BB to lose suspicion as well as distract from the purloin and kind of its aftermath and watching what's going on. Next game's up. 3, 2, 1, playing it.
All right, looks like we got Lauras as I can't tell which twin this is. It looks like plain.
And we did a little bit of a 180 there. If you saw that right at the beginning, I think it was on take control. He 180'd away from statues.
Yeah, heading towards the back corner, but redirects into this conversation for 29% green.
And we might be seeing that possible adjustment I was hoping for in his spy gameplay here. He didn't do an immediate bail.
Amba has kind of walked through our conversation, but that would have not been an ideal time to bug because Shark had just finished covering the conversation.
Possible lowlights on Seek and Queen there for those kind of, I think, decent redirects.
Yeah, I'm not sure that Nanthelas has been taking many, if at all, behavioral lowlights.
Right.
We got a okay contact coming out. There's actually quite a few people out.
Banana
But
bread.
as I say that, like 3 of them enter the center conversation for reals.
Yeah, we BB out someone at a statue. Irish is going to pick up a highlight possibly for a suspected split into a mission site.
Kane is returning the briefcase behind the Shark, but has both his hands occupied, so he's safe from a bug. We have a nice percentage on the flirt right now.
Real nice.
Leaving right away from, looks like,
Shot goes off onto Kane. Wow, very early shot. Like, what 4 missions has Kane done? Right?
let's see where Kane started. He started at the back left right statue.
Back, left, right. I would say back,
I have
right,
a
left.
horrible way of... Yeah.
And I think this, I mean, I don't think, let me look. It's sure, yeah, I don't even think it was possible for Nonetheless to know what statue that was. I mean, it pretty much starts covered and then Kane is there. So he has to credit swap. He could credit bug around 325. He does a walk by and you can see that his laser kind of goes down and to the left a little bit right when it happens. So let's say bug and swap. Takes blue book out.
He had one fingerprint as well.
Sits in back combo for quite a while. He's in for BB.
He had also, he talked in that center conversation quite a bit. So swap,
And he went back to it.
seduce, contact, maybe bug.
Yeah, I still think a little bit premature because even if he had contact, seduce, bug, and then swap, I guess that is 4 of 8 shit. Yeah, that's rough. I mean, that AI was just so active. Bit of luck for Lauras there.
Yeah, I mean,
next
it
game's
really
up.
comes down to that bug if you're crediting or not, because Kane had the briefcase in one hand and a book in the other.
Mhm.
So he really couldn't have bugged there.
And that was game. I don't remember if I updated the scoreboard. That was game 5 or 6.
That was the second game on Aquarium, so
So
6 most likely.
should be the 6th game, and that was a win for who got shot? It was a missed shot by Nanthelas, so point goes to Lauras.
Yes.
So I think we're at 4-2 because that was game 6, and we're heading into game 7. Yeah.
4-2 in whose favor?
Lauras' favor.
Okay.
All right, next game is up. 3, 2, 1, planet.
Starting out under AI control to bump against the ambassador. Not a whole lot of threats early on here. Entering into an empty conversation, or a useless conversation.
Wow, how are you gonna say that about Irish?
Sorry, she doesn't have a role.
That's Turnip's favorite character.
That's a lot of people's favorite character, actually.
Really?
Isn't she the most picked?
Is she?
I think she's at least the least shot, according to Calvin.
Most,
Something like that.
Most picked and least shot? That would be very odd.
Yeah, I mean, it was. I remember she and Teal were kind of sleeper picks for best characters, according to some of Calvin's data.
I do like playing her as spy. She's a great. I like her animations. I like her speed. I think she's a pretty good spy. No progress, by the way.
Yeah, she's been standing still there talking with cast members the whole game, so not doing much. And Nanthelas agrees, so we got a white time head.
In the face of the sniper.
Yeah, not even behind Shark, interestingly.
Purloin sent out.
We've had a delegate. So that's the first real thing that happened this game, besides Smallman going statue to statue to statue.
It is behind Shark. It's now been revealed. And we stayed kind of where we delegated from, and now we're leaving.
Nanthelas getting a little laser burnt there.
Yeah, I feel like that may have been Lauras doing a fake low light.
Maybe being just unsure. We got a lot of highlights, and the Spy and ST are not one of them.
Yeah, if it was a fake low light, he probably would have highlit.
And now the two neutral lights have the only two real BBs.
And there we go. Highlight onto Salmon.
Not Queen, interestingly. So that means that Lauras is a lot more onto this than we think. Oh, we get a low light onto Queen, so that means there is one person with real BB in the eyes of the sniper.
Yeah, I don't think he's exactly onto the Purloin, but I think Salmon was finishing his drink around the time of that BB, and that really kind of made him differentiate between Queen and Salmon there.
Entering back next to Queen, this could be a death sentence.
Yeah, not good. Let's see if he's going to wait on the talk or if he's going to rush it. A little early.
Saving Grace is having 2 minutes left on the clock, but it's going to be hard to survive another flirt.
I mean, even if we get away with the flirt, what's our 4th mission here?
Yeah, there's a print at the bar. We're going into a green bookshelf.
Yeah, in the green book, maybe just to reset flirt. Maybe he's going to go for micro. I mean, you can get the... Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got a shot on Taft. Looks like he was going for a fingerprintable drink at the bar. He must have had another one.
That, or he's just crediting, and he's worried about the second one. A bit of an early shot. I mean, why not wait? I mean, Taft didn't even take the drink. Why not wait and see? Because in that amount of time, in that 15 seconds or whatever it is, what if another hardtail goes off? Or what if a fake BB or a real BB goes off and excludes Taft? Right? I mean, you've got a lot of time before you take that shot there. So it's a point for Nanthelas. Lauras43.
Yeah, I really can't see that Taft got a first print there.
I was about to run back through it, but the next one is available. So what? He's just crediting first fingerprint?
It seems likely unless there was maybe a difficult on the blue bookshelf.
Right.
But even then, that's maybe 2 missions with fingerprint and seduce that we know of.
Yeah, he may have just been confident in his kind of behavior there that he was the spy. Next game is ready.
All right.
3, 2, 1. Play it. This will be the last game on Aquarium, I believe.
Yes, we got an instant take control to heat seek the seduction target. Except we're not gonna go to statues with her.
Aww. I would have. Why not go to the same statue as her? And do
Yeah,
the
you had a
sip flirt.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
She's
We
kind of
got
in a
great
hard
timing,
spot
though.
for it, though. She's kind of in a hard spot to fit without maybe getting a little movement around.
You could kind of fake it by just going on to the right one. But that's overly risky. I
Now,
think the green time ad is gonna be a better move overall.
we did get 2 highlights. On 2 of them were holding statues, but was Rocker at a statue before? Because he might be noticing the green and kind of highlight people that were near the sides. We got a walking bug, by the way.
Yeah, in conversation was kind of visible over the top of the shark, but Nanthelas might not have been prepared to watch for that.
No, I didn't even notice it. Take out a green book. Entering back combo with double agent. And we just go straight in for a white BB. I'd like to see a little bit of better kind of making the BB a little bit more obscure, not just joining in the first thing that you say is banana bread. Do an innocent talk or something. Wait a little bit longer. Gonna take the flirt. We can just cancel that. Yeah, we can cancel that and leave because we're behind shark. And we're gonna do an innocent return here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a very late start to flirt, but there's still 3 minutes on the clock thanks to the time ad.
He may have been hoping for that briefcase. Difficult print available on bar right now. Squeeze in next to our ST and immediately talk and go for the flirt. We are behind hair a little bit there, so probably gambling on the fact that it's not going to be seen. Heading into bar, fingerprint's going to be gone if mom takes that drink. She does, so there's no fingerprint here, just delegate options.
Yeah, the party's about 1/3 highlight, and the spy is not one of them. Nanthelas seems to be watching for bug below the shark here, as well as a few swaps in the back occasionally.
Do we just go for a direct?
This was a normal reject. We're across the conversation when we have enough flirt to finish in 1 close. Instead, we're up to 92% on the green.
I don't hate that. His first few flirts were very rushed. They were very, let me stand right next to the ST and flirt within the first 10 seconds of joining the convo. So spacing it out.
Yeah, there's still 2 minutes. There's plenty of time to finish off 8%.
I don't want him to time out here.
Suspicion. Yeah. Oh, doing what you were kind of saying not to do on library, which is leaving and then immediately re-entering.
So you were watching that from spy perspective, I assume then?
Yeah.
On sniper POV, that was all behind shark. You could see the ankle a little bit, but that was all walk with shark, run in, flirt, and leave so that it looked like one continuous walking past that combo.
Yeah, the path was a bit weird because he rounded it, but yeah, it looks like we got a shot coming off on Kane.
How many civ shots?
With more missions.
Yeah, a lot of civ shots this game, I think by both of them. So let's go back to about go to like 142, and you can see the move that he did there with the shark.
Let's see. And exits. Stands at windows for a moment.
The tail end of it is a little bit seen, but I mean, unless you're watching specifically, that's going to just, out of your peripheral, that's going to look like she just walked around the combo.
That was a very quick flirt, stop. I'm surprised that he could even hit the action test that quickly.
Yeah. All right, next game's up.
Let's load it up. Oh, we're on Courtyard.
3,
Tell me,
2.
Screwloose, what do you think the last mission's gonna be?
You haven't started it yet, have you?
I've not.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Last
Okay.
mission, fingerprint or swap or bug.
Okay. I will go
Probably.
counter to that and say Purloin.
I'll pick one. Who's playing Nanthelas? Fingerprint. If he even gets to 4th mission.
I didn't see if Lauras rotated in time to see those other statues, but I'm assuming. So, immediate white swap.
Okay, well, I was
Um,
wrong and you were wrong.
It looks like we've got the party narrowed down
Does
to one
that
of these two. Who
does
did it?
that count as 4th mission if it was first?
Uh,
I think it does. We both meant what is the mission that's not seduce, contact, and inspect? What's the one that's not those 3? And we're in a rough spot. I mean, does he
Oh.
know that he's suspected? Doesn't matter. Laura's taking the easy shot.
I just got disconnected from lobby, and I have to
No.
wait 30 seconds.
Okay. We're at 6-5. Laura's in the lead, heading into the last round of courtyard.
No, I won't be able to see the last one.
You will.
Like,
It hasn't
full
started
stream.
for me yet.
I gotta wait 30 seconds though for to like let my duplicate login leave.
Oh, okay. Well, let's just wait and see. I'm still on waiting for next, so you've got time.
Yeah, during that white BB, Twin left conversation, so that was an easy shot there.
Yeah, it was a very oh, it was a frame on Twin. Okay. I thought it was just like a really late white, but it was a frame onto Bling Twin. So when he went for this BB, he is looking over at Twin. Yeah, that's unfortunate. When he started the contact, then the Twin leaves. Yeah, unfortunate timing. Nonetheless, was being, conscious of Bling Twin's positioning there. That game was very short, so you basically have 3 to 4 minutes. Yeah, I think you'll be able to get in.
Yeah, I am waiting for the next game now, so we're good.
Okay.
So is this Laura spying for the win?
Yeah, this would be Laura spying for the win on courtyard and Nonetheless sniping on courtyard for the tie.
That's actually pretty interesting. We'll see how this plays out.
I predict a tie.
You obviously want the win here, but you're gonna have to get a spy win on a sniper favored venue. Well, there's a lot of arguing on whether
There's like
not.
who argues that it's not sniper favored except Pwn Noob?
Well, I'm not sniper favored on courtyard.
Really? I don't think I am either. Pwn Noob might be onto something. I feel like I always say it is, but then I feel like spy wins happen against me, like mission wins all the time, and I'm like, how the heck did that happen? And I look through and I'm like, oh wow. So it's kind of weird. Sometimes if you get the right lineup of the party and the RNG and everything, you can just get a spy win through quickly or easily.
I miss purloins as is, so missing a purloin on courtyard is death.
Oh, note to your competitors. I wonder what the stats were on courtyard for season 5. I think I have the window up. Let me look. Do we have that on SpyParty fans?
I believe so. Let me see if I can find it.
Because you can look by player. Season 5.
If you go to player and click on a venue, like for their draft.
Right. Let me look. Screw
It should take you to that venues page, and then you could filter by season.
There should be a way to just look at. You shouldn't have to go through.
Look at season sounds 5. Like the next game is ready. But okay. We can continue looking at this stat.
Mission win 24%.
If you'd like.
Spy shot 49%. Civ shot 23%. For the most part, sniper favored. Yeah. Okay. Next game's up. 3, 2, 1. playing it.
Lauras as Kane, who's been getting civ shot a lot, it seems. We got starting off with a white time ed. We've got, looks like just one other person at the windows who could have potentially done that in Queen.
Is this Laura's first SCL match ever?
Yes, I
Yeah.
believe so. Yeah, we're still week 1. That is remarkably still in range for a 32, so you will take that. That's in range for a 3 flirt.
And we're playing it cool, which I like to see. Not as much rush flirting here.
Double agent conversation was full, but enters even though someone just leaves.
Oh man, I hate this banana bread. This is
Banana
instantly. Talking instant. I mean, he's probably just hoping to get the green on those.
Yeah, 2
That bug
people out.
reaches, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
bug
got a bug
reaches.
across Queen there
Through
into
Queen.
a drink take. Oh, I was worried that he might get himself credited with a bug there.
That puts ourselves in a winning position. I mean, all you've got to do is flirt and inspect with 2:45 left on the clock. We'll take that, unless he suspected the lean, but we're not seeing a highlight, and we're not seeing too much of a reaction. Hopefully Loris just takes it slow here. Wait a little bit, get your flirts, don't stop talk.
Yeah, just pace this last flirt out. It can be anywhere. It's in range for any flirt will do. The only thing is, there are no highlights for statues at the moment, so this is a very docile party, and it might be tough to be the only person finishing inspects later in the game.
Has there been people that went to statues?
I think there were 1 or 2 at the beginning, but they're both low lit at this point.
Okay. Yeah, we could have waited. I mean, we've got 2 full minutes. I mean, we could do probably a full 60 seconds of idling somewhere if we wanted to.
Yeah, that time ad's working its wonder. You have to finish with 1 more flirt. We got a second statue visitor. That's nice.
He just broke animation on the set down. Like,
Looks
very
like Man
badly.
was on the opposite side.
Yeah, he got a bit lucky there. I think maybe he's feeling a little bit nervous about finishing here. The win is so close, within grasp.
Yeah, just 1 more flirt. We'll
A
do.
minute and 20, just wait. Your ST's not going to leave. Wait it out. Goes for the flirt. It's cross convo, so unless he really has that pairing and he's extremely suspicious, it looks like Loris is going to take the win.
Nice. That's 7-5.
7-5, Loris wins. Scary ending. That bug really just sealed the deal. A great lineup. I mean, you've got Kane side and bug through another character. The only thing, your opponent really just has to be on the lane. So I'm going to take a look at it again.
Yeah, Kane, I think, has one of the most exaggerated bugs of the cast. Standing bugs, at least.
Standing.
Yeah. So
it looks pretty funny.
Yeah, he not only does he lean sideways, he leans forward.
Yeah, the forward part of it is what's rough. Because at first it was like, Nanthelas was almost lined up parallel with Kane, so that it would kind of be hard to see a side lean, but that lean forward really stands out. Yeah, it's kind of forward into the side. That's a hard thing to watch for, though, from the sniper POV, is looking for, just for the lean. If Queen wasn't between them, I think he gets shot there. But the fact that Queen is there to block it, he's probably maybe looking at the twin and not realizing that Kane is close enough there to bug.
Yeah, cross conversation, cross character bugs are very good and underrated, but they're also rarer to be able to pull off.
Right. All right, well, that's going to conclude the set. Thank you for joining me, Legorv. It was a pleasure as always. Congrats
I'm
to
very glad I
Loris.
did that.
Yeah, now go work on your finals projects.
No.
All right, later, everyone.